Well, hello, Instagram. Hi, Brazzy Brat. You're the first one to join. Thanks for being here. And happy Thursday to all of you. Hi, Jennifer Rocks and the Entourage. In2B and the Heart Sheba. So good to see you guys. Hey, Alex. Hi, Lady. Esther, great to see you. Hello, hello. Hey, and hi, and hello, and all those other lovely things you guys are sending my way. So happy to see you all. Happy Thursday. You guys, I cannot believe that Christmas is actually next week. I was talking to my mom earlier today, and she said, well, I'll see you Wednesday, because we're doing our Christmas a little early in a whole effort to prevent germ spread and stay away from COVID as much as possible. And so we're doing our Christmas on the 23rd. And she was like, I'll see you next Wednesday. And I was like, next week is Christmas? I just lost a week somewhere in there. So I hope all of you are enjoying this holiday as much as we all can, with all of us not doing our kind of usual routine. But I did find myself doing something that I hadn't done before, which was one of those drive-through Christmas displays. I live out near Los Angeles, and so we're Dodgers fans. Sorry to everybody else who isn't. And they had a really cool drive-through experience. So that was something that I probably might not have done in the past, but because you're stuck in the house and you're just trying to find a way to get out. Oh, thanks. The pillow that says I'm texting Santa. I think that came from Michael's a few years ago. Thank you for saying my hair looks great. I appreciate that. So sweet. I think it came from Michael's a few years ago. I also am really big into vintage Christmas stuff. I kind of like the kitschy stuff. I don't know what ages all of you guys are, but I like this stuff from the old claymation days, like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Dentist Boy and the Land of the Misfit Toys. So I have these vintage Santa and reindeer pillows. They're just vintage print, but you can actually find the pillows new. They're just pillow covers on Etsy. I don't know about all of you guys, but I live for Etsy. It's such a spectacular place to go. Makes me feel good because we're a small brand. I say it every week. We're a small brand of less than 20 people. And so every single time an order comes in from all of you, we do a happy dance. Every time you comment or like something. So I really try to shop and support small businesses as well. So you all should check out Etsy if you haven't. But you definitely should go there. They have amazing Christmas things, amazing Christmas gifts. It might be a little too late for holiday this year, but for birthdays or that sort of thing, I highly recommend it. Okay, so people are asking what we're doing tonight. Tonight, we're having one of our educational kind of informative classes. We are going to be talking about dry hair and dry scalp. I have to tell you, just maybe 4 years ago, I felt like my hair was like straw all the time. I felt like if I went like this in my hair, I could hear the noise of my hair not being, oh, somebody says they received their prize and they love it. I'm so glad. But I felt like I could just hear even that my hair wasn't silky. And I'm sure some of you were there and you felt like you were doing all the right things. I, for one, have learned a lot about what I can do that's better, but I know there's a lot we can talk about tonight. We're even going to talk about the difference between dandruff and dry hair or dry scalp. Those two things are actually different. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Take your questions, of course. I know everybody's always looking for a giveaway, so let me say this. We do have a giveaway running right now. We're not announcing the winner tonight, so you've tuned in at a great time because you can still be eligible for this giveaway. You're going to want to head over to our page and find the giveaway post. Oh, it sounds like someone is cutting a head of lettuce. Maybe my hair is in the way. Is that better, you guys? Sorry about that. It could be because of how I wore my hair today. No lettuce cutting here. Okay, so you head over to our page and you'll see a giveaway post. It was just from a few days ago. It posted on Tuesday night. we are doing our final giveaway of 2020. You can win a RevAir total package that includes, of course, the RevAir reverse air dryer and $499 worth of things. You can also head over to Hey Mango. It's at Hey Mango Co. Oh yes, lettuce emojis for everyone. And you can see what you'll be getting from them. They are giving $100 worth of merchandise. So it's kind of like what I'm calling a mommy and me giveaway. The RevAir's for mommy and the the other stuff is for baby, but they have affordable, amazing baby accessories for the Antelope IKEA high chair. And you can customize a high chair. They're even giving you a gift card for $20 to buy that high chair. So whether it's for you, I don't have any children, but I sure as heck would love to win that because I could give it away as a gift. So everybody's asking questions already. We do not ship completely worldwide. We were available in the UK, but because of COVID and all the manufacturing, that has ceased right now until we can get inventory in. We do ship to the US and Canada, but please head over to myrevair.com. If you head over to myrevair.com, you can sign up for our e-blast, and that will tell you when a new country is added to the list, which we are hoping in 2021 to be able to do a lot more because we know we have fans everywhere. You did not miss a chance to enter the giveaway. That's going on now, and we'll announce the winner of the $599 prize on Tuesday. So get all of the details in our giveaway post. Well, now I'm going to stop with the lettuce cutting. If you're just tuning in, you're like, what are you talking about? Someone said it sounded like I was cutting lettuce, but I moved my hair away from my AirPods, and I think it's better. So we're going to jump on with our expert, our RevAir resident expert, my dear, dear friend who I adore and who I love so much. She is a wealth of knowledge, you guys are going to see. She has boundless energy. Her name's Ladosha Wright, and she's going to come to us from Ohio. She is an author of 2 books. One is called Curly Hair Adventure. So if you're looking for a last-minute gift idea, she has an Amazon store, and that is a children's book. It's spectacular. And then she has another book that's fun for that person in your life that you love, that is beauty savvy or loves all things beauty. It's called What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. So it's very enlightening and also a really great read. She's a trichologist, which means she studies the hair and the scalp. She's certified to do that, and tonight, more than ever, that certification is going to come in handy. And wait till you see that she has this crazy diagram thing of like the scalp, and it always makes me laugh because there's a muscle she talks about all the time that I can never remember the name of, but as soon as she says it, I always giggle. And anyway, I just also want to remind you guys to stay tuned. This will be our last Thursday live of 2020, but we'll be back in 2021. But in the meantime, you're going to start seeing in our stories, we want suggestions from you of what you want to see on Thursdays. We also, of course, in 2021 will continue giveaways. And then coming soon to an Instagram near you, we will be having a lot of really fun gifts that you guys can add to your photos and your stories. So it'll be really, really fun. Okay. Oh, Lauren Crown says, that's not what I was referencing the sound of cutting lettuce to. I was speaking about the sound of my hair. Okay, so that's hilarious, but I took it a whole different direction. I thought my hair. Yes, when you would go like this with your hair and it sounds like you're cutting lettuce, that is the greatest description. I love that. Yeah, it just sounded dry, my hair did. Now I feel like my hair is super silky, and I know RevAir has a ton to do with that. So let's go ahead and grab Ladosha without any further ado. Of course, we'll go through your questions, so please drop them in the little question mark below and we'll take them. But in the meantime, here comes that expert friend of mine. Okay. So waiting for her. I always love when it starts to say connecting. Connecting. There we go. Hi, beautiful. Did you just do your hair?
I just have new color.
I like it. A horse of a different color from Wizard of Oz. Oh, I love it. It's
Thank you.
Good. And so festive with your tree behind you.
Yes,
I'll
the
have to.
hair salon. We have a tree at the hair salon.
Oh, I love it. I'll have to see if RevAir will indulge me and let me post a couple of pictures of my house. I have a wine bottle Christmas tree made of all the glass bottles. It's really fun. So maybe we'll put a couple
Oh,
of like behind the scenes pictures of my life.
well, this is the Pan African tree. So it's actually black. It's a black tree, and so we have red and
Red
green.
and
So we're yeah. So we call this the Pan African. For all of us of the diaspora. So it's a little different.
yes. No,
It's pretty
can I tell
cool.
you, I couldn't tell if it was just dark in there or if the tree was black. It's spectacular. So you guys, there's this brand, sorry, this is totally off the hair topic, but there's this brand called Treetopia here on Instagram. And Treetopia, if you're watching, please send me a tree. Okay, Treetopia has pink garland, a pink Christmas tree, pink wreaths. It is so pretty. They have purple, they have rainbow, they have all these different colored trees. But I have always coveted a pink one because it feels very like throwback retro 50s, which I totally adore. So
Yes,
anyway,
yes, yes.
I'm super excited to have you here. So I was talking to everybody before you jumped on saying that as I was doing research, I was so interested to find out that dandruff and dry scalp are not the same. This is what I learned on the interwebs, but you know how they lie to you on the interwebs. So you tell me if this is true. Dandruff is caused by oil, whereas dry scalp is caused primarily by things that irritate your scalp. Correct or
Uh,
incorrect? Oh, wise
that
ones.
Actually, that is it's kind of like only because you have two types of dandruff. So
Tell
you
us
have
about
a
it.
one is a waxy kind, it's like real sticky and clammy and it kind of coats. And then you also have the dry kind which flakes and it scales and it gets all over your clothes. Both
Yes.
of them can be accompanied by an odor. So you got to be careful. This is what we always say, make sure you're going to the doctor to get a diagnosis. Don't try to play doctor on your head. So whenever
Like
we're
I
talking
just
to
did
some,
on the internet and I got all the wrong information.
that's okay. That's okay because you got to start somewhere. And so
Right.
what happens is we ask our guests, did your doctor tell you you have dandruff or did your grandma tell you you have dandruff? And so then people will be like, oh, my grandma. I'll say, well, you might want to go to the doctor to get that confirmed because those are yeast, two different types of fungus. So they need two
Wow.
different types of medications
Oh,
to treat
wait.
them. That's what it is.
Watch this. Let's see if I know how to do this. Could it be a fungus called, you guys, I'm going to give you my best scientist now, Melazazina? Is that
Well,
how you
now there,
say it?
well, you have two different types, two different. The,
Okay.
the, well, you can get more. It can become more complex as you move into the different types of scalp disorders that can, dandruff can accompany. So again, the doctors are the people who are going to be able to tell you what kind. But in the everyday world, for everyday people who don't have an MD, we're either going to say you're waxy or you're dry type. And then, like you
Okay.
said, you do have your actual dry scalps that mostly comes from not drinking enough water.
Oh, I
So
hate
most,
this answer.
I
I
know,
hate this
I
answer.
know, you guys,
Okay,
you
if
gotta,
you guys
yeah.
are with me and you don't drink enough water and you hate that everybody tells you you need to drink more water because it's the cure to everything, put water drops in the comments.
Yes, yes. So and then the second thing that people more likely are looking at is really product buildup. So
Okay.
product buildup, it gives the biggest, confusion. It also makes people, because it's accompanying with an itch. So the itching is really the yeast. So that's where the itching comes from. This is why we encourage everyone to make sure that they're putting the shampoo on the scalp
Right.
because, if you don't get the product off the scalp, once the hair dries, you'll start to see all types of snowflakes and crumbs in your eyebrows and you know what I'm saying? So because that's what you have going on typically there.
Yeah,
It's mostly product buildup.
I saw someone in the feed who mentioned that. So whoever that was, great comment. They said,
I used to accidentally put gel like all the way to my scalp. And so the gel was what was flaking. It wasn't really my scalp, it was product that was coming off. So I think that's so interesting. Now, when I was reading, it also said, like, besides drinking water, it said here, let me tell you what their remedies are.
Okay.
Tea tree. This is for dry
Dry
scalp.
scalp. Okay.
Tea tree, and then they also said clarifying shampoos. Are those things correct?
No, those things are
This
very,
right.
very incorrect. Okay, now remember,
Privately,
yeah.
so I don't shame them, I'll send you the link.
Okay, yeah. So here's the thing, what you have to understand about dry scalp. Someone just posted in there that when you drink a lot of water, it's going to make you go to the bathroom. That's because if you're not used to drinking water, your body is really trying to figure out what to do with all of it. But as you begin to drink water like you should, and everybody's body is different, then you really won't be going to the bathroom that much. It's really just your body getting acclimated to the amount of water that it's supposed to have. Tea tree oil is an antiseptic. So that's really going to
Okay.
help with the itching. So dry scalps
Ah.
dry scalps don't
So it's
always
not about the
accompany.
moisture. It's an
No,
antiseptic for the itching. So
itching,
what do
right?
you do for the moisture of the scalp?
So the moisture of the scalp. Now this is when I
Oh,
really
I
just
thought of it. Erector pili. Did I get it right?
yeah. Woo, woo! Yeah,
It
yeah,
just like
yeah,
popped into
yeah,
my brain.
yeah. Yeah, so the
Okay.
moisture is really not what you're looking for. Moisture, it just sounds good to get the consumer to kind of lean into what we're
Mhm.
talking about and
Oh
also
yeah.
to buy into it. What you really want is it to be coated. Kind of think of your hands when you put on lotion. It feels so nice. But what
Is it
you really
candy coated raindrop?
You're my fan.
Hey,
You're my
your
candy
candy
rain.
rain.
We're messing that song up. Okay.
Everybody put candy in the comments. No, you know what? We need to make a moisturizer for the scalp called candy coated raindrops.
Candy coated raindrops. Yeah. So you don't want the hair to be moist. You want to attract the moisture that's in the air to the hair without frizzing. So like I said, if
Okay.
you put lotion on your hand, you love the way the moisture feels when the hand is wet. But how
Mhm.
how functioning could you be with your hands that moist? If your feet
Right.
were that wet, if your elbows were that cold, it really wouldn't. Your clothes would stick to you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
I
so
hadn't thought of it
those.
that way.
Yeah, so those are like, it's like moisture binding. They attract the moisture that's in the air to keep the skin, nice and supple, so your skin doesn't crack, like right in here. So
Yeah.
that's what your products are all about. So you don't want to put those heavy creams. This is why you have to, do I have, oh yeah. So this is why your products like Wave Goodbye, these products are really, really nice because they do just that. I mean, when you look at the consistency of it, they kind of coat like just ever so lightly. So that as you live and you go to the car, you turn on the heat in your house, the skin is moving, with the environment so that it's
Mhm.
not reverting back, it's not dry and itchy. So coating is the magic word, but you want to make sure that you're using something that's really light. You have your light hair oils. I've been pumping up
So
the
no
Morocco.
tea tree. So no
No,
tea
no tea
tree
tree.
for
Because
dry
and tea
scalp.
tree, right, and
And
let me just say this right quick. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but tea
no,
tree
no,
on
no, please.
yeah, tea tree on Afro hair will make that hair go like this Christmas tree.
So
So
far we have lettuce hair and we have Christmas tree
Christmas
hair.
tree
Fake
hair.
Christmas
So
tree hair.
yeah,
Okay.
so even if you just put a couple of drops into your oil, stay away from the tea tree for
Okay.
Afro textured hair. Stay away from the tea tree if your hair is dry. Don't do it, guys. I know it feels good. If you like that minty, then go with your peppermint, but not the tea tree. Okay. Okay. So
Okay,
next, go
so
ahead.
somebody asked in the comments, and then I promise those of you who've been putting them in the question mark little widget there that I will get to your questions next. But they said that they are, what about hair steamers? They're using a hair steamer. I don't even know what that is. Can you tell
Yeah,
me?
so steamers, yes, steamers are great, but the biggest mistake, and I talk about this in my book, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, is that people actually put product on their hair and they sit underneath the steamer. And that's really kind of undoing the magic of
Yeah,
the
like
steamer
counterintuitive.
because
Yeah.
because the steamer, the water is going through that autoclave, that's going to
Mhm.
purify the water. And it's also going to swell the cuticle. So if you put something on your hair and you sit under the steamer, especially particularly a conditioner, it's like you're not going to reap the benefits as good. Now, if you
Okay.
use the oil on your hair, right, and then you set up under the steamer, then it's going to be okay. You're not going to have a problem at all. But most
Okay.
people will put products on their hair, like your deep conditioners, and then they'll sit underneath the dryer. You see what I'm under the steamer.
Hmm.
So if you're going to use the steamer, then don't put anything on your hair except the oil, and you're good to go.
Is a steamer the same thing as a dryer?
No, a steamer
Okay.
is an actual device that's going to release steam onto the hair. Then it's going to gently swell the cuticles, and then the steam that's coming out of the device is going to soften the hair and just work its magic from the actual droplets. So
Love
that's going
it.
to
I
work
didn't
out.
even know
Yeah.
that existed. See,
Yes.
this is why I love it, right? There's the two different perspectives. Like, this is something I've never even heard of in my life, and probably people with more textured hair have heard about this since they were young. So I'm so grateful that we can bring this to everyone. Okay, let's take a couple of the questions in here. This is from the beautiful Esther Grace. She says, I don't have dandruff, but I have super itchy scalp. It doesn't feel dry. What would you recommend for her?
Yeah, the itchy scalp is, and I put this wonderful like 2 minute video on my YouTube channel. That's the science of unclean hair and scalp. So here's
Awesome.
the itching. The itching is either two things. One, you're either allergic to what you're putting on the
Yeah.
scalp. So the body is actually responding by the itching. That's one. Or two, it's not clean.
Okay.
It's kind of like, think about when you were a kid. I think we all have these stories. I hate to say it, but including
Oh,
me.
I know.
You know, your mom said, go take a bath and go to bed. And then you get out the tub because you really just dipped in. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you get out the tub and you're scratching, and your mom's like, get back in there. Or your little
Hmm.
toddler didn't wipe his bum and they're
Yeah.
just walking around digging. It's the yeast. So it's the same concept. So make sure that you're cleansing the scalp thoroughly and you're rinsing the product away from the hair. When you have textured hair here like Nene, that can be difficult
Oh, Merry
because
Christmas, Nene.
yeah, hey, how y'all doing?
Happy
Because
Kwanzaa,
Nene,
Happy Hanukkah.
yes, that's right. Because Nene, that hair, it's hard to get all the product down, out away from the scalp. And as you can see, the textured hair, it likes to fold back to the scalp. So if you
Yeah.
if you put the shampoo on or your conditioner and you're doing this, you see what's really getting there? Nothing.
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 I learned so much about washing hair from you, and all of you pop over to Ladosha Wright's YouTube page where she does teach you in like 2 minutes how to wash hair. It's changed the game for me. And it seems like such a simple thing, right? But as we talked about when we did a whole thing about hair washing on here, like your mom just kind of pops you in the shower and says, go, like go wash your hair. And if you
Right.
can think about it as a baby or as like a little kid, she's sitting over you and she's really scrubbing your hair. But once she thinks you're old enough to take your own bath, right? You're like, go in there, and she
Okay,
doesn't
go
really
for it.
give a lot of instructions, right? And so you just are doing kind of the quickest thing because you want to get out and play or watch a show or eat a snack or whatever.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
as an adult, here I was, and I was like today years old, that I was like, oh, I'm not washing my hair right for my whole life. So you guys pop over to YouTube and do that. I'm going to pop in here and get a couple more questions.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Can Ladosha explain why Afro textured hair should detangle from the root and not the tip?
Oh, yeah, that's a great. So the
That's a great
reason being,
question.
yeah, simply because the ends of your hair are the oldest. So if you take the comb and you start from here and you work your way up, what's going to happen is you're going to lose the length. And that's the biggest complaint. People will say, I want my hair to grow and I don't see the length. It's two different things. I know you're like, okay, smarty pants, but it's growing, it's really growing. The objective is to keep the length. But if you start from here and you work your way up, remember, this is starting to do what? Revert. So even if you let's pull Nene up. So here, guess what? Down here is starting to do what? Frizz back up. What we got to understand is that the directions to start from here down is coming from the concept that the hair is difficult to manage and that we're tender-headed and it's going to hurt. So these modalities, these methods are coming from that old, that old school way. The new school way is understanding that hair is going to revert and there's a muscle. So there's a purpose of combing the hair. The objective number one is to clean the scalp. Believe it or not, that's number one. That's why they were combing hair. When you look at, if you do any research on anything ancient on cleansing, they were about getting the microbes off. So the number one purpose of combing the hair was to get the microbes away from the skin. That's one. Two, of course, would be to actually detangle it. So then there goes your beautification. So if you start from the ends, you really will begin to see the ends will start to tear. Now, if you already have long hair, it may not be that big of an issue. But if you're like this length or shorter and you want to be longer and you're starting from here, and children, it's terribly uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. All customers, they hate it. They absolutely hate it, but they put up with it because they feel, you know what, this is what black people, this is what people with textured hair, this is what we have to do. That's racism. I hate, but it is, because they're associating that technique with those people, or it's classist or something, it's some way you're putting people into classifications and you shouldn't. You have to do,
at the very least, it's a stereotype,
right. That's a better word, stereotype. And so what's happening is you're putting people in these cubicles, but consumers don't see themselves that way. Every person who comes into a hair salon, I promise you, they see themselves as an individual, even if they share the same skin color. Everything is the same. My name is Ladosha. My name is Nene, and we have almost the same skin color, almost the same hair texture. But you know what? Don't treat me like her. And so again, this
Nene's
is where
Nene's much quieter than you are, though.
Yeah, she is. And this is why I begged RevAir. I've been begging RevAir. They need to, rock these out for us, because this is going to work on Crystal's hair, my hair.
In the new year, you might get a New Year's.
We'll see. So everybody, tell RevAir to let's rock that comb. You see what I'm saying? So so this comb, that's a long answer, but I got a little excited there.
So confused right now. So start from the root or start from the tip?
You're going to start, when you detangle hair, you're going to first put something on it to detangle it. I'm sorry, I don't have my little stand here. So you're going to start from the regrowth, because this is where the hair is the strongest. Your hair is so weak. It's about 7 years old down here. So down here, the hair, because that's how long hair lives. Each strand of hair lives about 3 to 7 years. So if you start from here, it's really fragile. If you begin your detangling from here, the hair is stronger.
Ladosha, breaking news, the combs are now in stock. That comb you're holding we have launched, and if I'm not mistaken, it has your name. We've named it after you.
I'm about to faint.
Christy is helping me in Team RevAir comments today, but I believe it was named after you. I know we were working on the perfect name. So Christy's going to put that up there. You guys can head over to myrevair.com. I didn't even know that they were live on the site and in stock yet. So you do not want to miss that. But this was Ladosha. So Merry Christmas, Ladosha. That came to be.
Oh, see what happens? You guys, this is the magic that we're talking about. So again, to the guest who was saying that they wasn't understanding, I'm hoping that you're understanding that we know for a fact that when you comb this hair, you see what happens? It explodes. So when I say explode, it's coming out.
It's called the right comb for the job. The right comb for the job, and it was named, it inspired completely by you in saying that this is a tool that every woman, man, person with a head needs.
Hey, it's true. It's true. So, and this is why we're saying, you know, we're here for you guys, because think about it. How many companies are really getting this intimate with their consumer? I mean, I'm following the RevAir, you know, lead. They are game changers in the beauty industry, because you guys, you're asking these pertinent questions. Like, I'm not quite understanding. When you comb that textured hair from down here, what's going to happen is that hair is going to revert back. So it's going to spring back. So you're working your way back into a tangle. If you and you're pulling it. Remember, there's a muscle. So you're going to start snapping this off.
Oh, Ladosha is
hence
stuck.
the term new growth or regrowth, because it's new, it's virgin, you have more cuticle layers, it's not weathered, and then the comb, as you can see, it can get through the texture because it's sturdy. If it collapses like that detangler, the detangler, I don't see that 10 years from now. It'll be like the chia pet.
So I want to get to some of these other questions.
Okay.
Somebody just bought the right comb. Thank you so much. That's so lovely. Your first sale, Ladosha. Hey. Ladosha's like, it's not even my sale, but your namesake. So here's what I'll tell you. I'm also feeling very Christmassy, and we weren't going to have a gift thing, but we are going to pick 5 winners to get the right comb tonight. How do you feel about that? I didn't even know it was in stock. Let's do it. Let's do it in honor of you, Ladosha.
Let's do it. Let's be like Flavor Flav.
You guys stay on the live, and then we're gonna pick at random 5 of you. So stay on the live. Okay.
Stay on the live. Stay with us.
Let's do these questions, because then I want to get to lettuce Christmas tree hair and why it sounds so scratchy. Okay. And if the person who bought one wins, I'm gonna refund you your money. So hold on one second. Okay, here we go. This person has been waiting forever, and I apologize for that. The longest one on here. Here we go. Is it good to sit under the dryer with your conditioner? We kind of talked about that a moment ago. It's kind of counterintuitive, right?
Yeah, you don't need to do that. There's no need to do that. Unless the conditioner, the manufacturer says so. But today in 2020, most conditioners, the molecular weight is so tiny that it can actually go into the cuticle layer or sit on top. So conditioners are really more so for the water than for the hair, but also for the hair, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So you don't need to sit under the dryer unless the manufacturer instructs you to. If not, please don't do it. You can't take a regular conditioner and turn it into a deep conditioner.
So I apologize to you, Ladosha, for putting this question over your face, because I thought that it was going to take a little less time for that, and then it popped up. And I thank you, Casey, for being so patient. That's right. You look over it. I have low porosity 4C hair, which is a bit difficult to moisturize. Any tips?
Okay, so again, I have a wonderful, go into detail on my YouTube channel. Be careful with that whole, excuse me, that low porosity stuff.
You okay?
Hey guys, remember this is skin. Hair is an appendage of your skin. You see that? So when you go to the doctor, excuse me, it's all skin. So it's supposed to move with the environment. So it's normal, excuse me, for
Oh, you want to
sometimes
go get some
for
water,
your,
love?
I got some, I guess I was just a little bit excited. So it's normal for the hair to sometimes to be a little bit more porous. What I'm thinking you're describing when you talk about the hair being very porous is that you're lacking protein. And so if you're not using protein, the hair will become super absorbent and limp. When you comb it, it'll just go flat and it tears, it rips easily. So that's more, you need more protein. So I would add like Infusium 23, or you can buy any brand that you like for your hair. Some people, I see Miel is on here. People are shouting out some fantastic products. So hair care products are like cars. They will all get you downtown. The question is, how do you want to arrive? So if you
Uh-huh.
want to spend $50,
Well,
go for it. But
our,
99 cents works just as good as $100. It really does.
well, our good friend Tia Streety just joined the live, and what I would like to say to her is she would arrive in style, but always with a donut because she loves to eat donuts. So I just had to say that really quick. Okay,
So, some,
before
so I'm sorry, right? Someone thought that porosity meant pores. So, no, porosity is the hair ability to absorb. When hair is super porosity, it's limp and it tears easily. We call that overprocessed hair.
Okay. Well, before
Okay.
we go to the next question, I want to say this. I want to tell everybody that our customer engagement director, her name is Teresa. If you've ever worked with our customer engagement team, whether you've chatted with them online or maybe you purchased something or had a question about purchasing something, she runs the most amazing team because she's the most amazing woman. And I love and adore her. And she's every Thursday, I can count on her. There'll be a text saying, I liked your pillow. I liked your shirt. Your hair looked pretty. Like, she is so sweet and kind and genuine. And it is her birthday today. So I just want to say happiest of birthdays to Teresa. So if you would all throw some happy birthday love in the comments for Teresa, I would really love that. Okay, let's do a couple more questions here. I'm going to take the ones that are kind of the oldest because I feel bad that I have neglected them. Here we go. This one's the oldest. When would you suggest using Sulfur 8 shampoo? Itchy or dry scalp?
Okay. Now, sulfur. I would stay away from sulfur 8 shampoo because your hair, what's the acronym? Sulfur is already in the hair naturally
Mm-hmm.
as a mineral. So again, if you feel like you have to use something like that in your hair, I'm going to lean towards what they teach us in our classes, which is to let your dermatologist navigate you on the sulfur 8, because some of these products can be there, even though they're just over the counter, they still can be absorbed into the skin and you can still have a reaction. So I'm not quite
Okay.
sure why you might want to use a sulfur 8, but some people are using it again because they thought it actually make the hair grow, but
Okay.
that's not necessarily true. So
That,
yeah. So it's kind of old school,
yeah. So, the other thing I want to tell you guys before we move on to the next questions is that we do have a giveaway because I know everybody always tunes in for giveaways. So we do have our final giveaway of 2020, and we are giving away a RevAir total package worth $4.99, as well as $100 package that even includes the gift card to buy the IKEA high chair from the folks over at Hey Mango Co. So at Hey Mango Co. If you head to our page, super easy to enter. It's like the easiest contest in the world. You can enter one time and you head over to our page, the giveaway posted on Tuesday. Then you head to their page, do the same exact things. And this coming Tuesday, we will announce the winner live. Oh, somebody said your cousins were so sweet. Thank you so much. if you know me, you know, like I'm so in love with my family, like my Ohana, that it's just like sick. So I love them, and I'm glad that you love them too. It's super nice. Okay. The other
Oh,
thing is
let's give a shout out to Real Marie. She said she come from Ladosha because I give up the real gems. Big ups, I appreciate that.
put the gems in the comment. Put gems in the comment. Put a diamond in there. So the other thing I want to say is that tonight we surprised Ladosha and myself because I didn't realize that our new right comb, I call it the right comb for the job, the right
Okay, I'm
comb is
speechless.
in stock and it's on the website. Yes, we didn't name it RIGHT. We named it WRIGHT, the right comb, because you have been so good to this brand. We're a tiny little brand and we needed somebody to help guide our way as well. And we found you, and you do this for us out of the kindness of your heart. And it just like, I want everybody to know we're not like paying you to say nice things about us. Like this is the real deal. So, so everybody,
The
yes,
real deal.
Ladosha deserves all the diamonds. Okay, let's go ahead and take a few more of your questions here. I'm going to go back to the ones that are the oldest, and then let's see, Jesse.
Okay.
Jesse Naomi says, is tension damage real or is it heat damage? I'm natural with some straight ends. Great question. I've never heard that question in our lives. That's a great question.
I mean, they on the they like KRS One. They on the O, the N, the E. Said what from 87, not from like
you guys are gonna have.
So here we go. Here we
you
go.
guys are gonna have a chance at 5 of those. You guys are gonna have a chance at 5 of those combs by just being on here. We're gonna pick 5 of you at random before we log off tonight. So that's your giveaway for the evening. Okay, go ahead. Answer that question.
All right. So tension damage is as fake as diamonds. Okay, as fake as what's causes crystals. So you need tension to style hair. So I don't understand the whole tension damage. Anytime you see the ends, you're starting to lose the texture. It really means you're not using protein. Remember, hair care is about 3 things: the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. You gotta have all 3. So the heat alone, it really can't damage it unless you physically like fry your hair, like it was wet, or you took the flat iron and you held it on there while you was talking on, like, oh shoot, I'm on live with Crystal and then I forgot to hold the flat iron. So you would really have to fry your hair because the FDA they won't approve. Like Crystal, I'm sure you guys have to go through some pretty strenuous approval processes for the device to ensure that it would not set people's hair on fire.
Yeah, or like suck their hair off, or all the crazy things we hear. You know, like, let me just tell you, when we make a product, we have to put it in the bottle that we intend to sell it on. And then you put it through this like acceleration process to see if the product inside will eat away at the plastic. There's so many things that people don't realize. They think you make a product, you put it in a bottle, and it goes. With the RevAir device, we have to get it tested, go through a myriad of things. But one of them that just like boggled my brain was you have to stand on like this 6-foot thing and drop the device down from it to make sure it's not just gonna like break open. So there's so many really cool, really interesting things about, yes, bringing a product to life. So your hair is not gonna burn up.
Yeah, and so that's not just with RevAir, that's with every single company here in the United States. I know the climate right now is don't trust the government right now, but I'm telling you guys, the government is in our favor.
January 21st?
Yeah. So the government is really in our favor. It is literally, they won't allow these things to happen. So when you're losing your texture, someone just posted that they switched the shampoos and they noticed their curl pattern started to return. Anytime you're losing your texture, it's really because you're not using protein. And remember, there are so many, and maybe when we come back at the beginning of the year, we could just rock proteins. You see what I'm saying? So you guys can understand what we're talking about when we say proteins. But I just like to promote Infusium 23 because it's affordable and it really does work. And so you can go from there. Once you try Infusium 23, then you can start adding more to your, your budget. But for now, most people that are experiencing loss in texture, whenever I ask them, are you using protein? No. Are you using a wide tooth comb? Yes. Wrong tools, wrong product.
Well, let me just say, you guys are a wealth of knowledge in these comments, talking about protein and balance, and there's good and bad in each thing, and it's kind of how much you do of one that makes it bad. I am always very open about like who I am and my life and my struggles. And, I went to a therapist that once said something so profound, and I think that it is important in life, but also now as we're talking about this, and some of the people are talking about balance in your hair, but they say let me get this right. Your weakness is your greatest strength overdone. Like meaning like if heat is something that's good to get your hair a certain way, it's only when you use too much of it that it becomes bad. It's about balance. It's, if you're somebody who is very detail oriented, it's only when you start like being controlling that it's bad. It's taking something too far. So it's totally true in hair as well, that there's good and bad in each of those things, and that it's taking your greatest strength too far is what makes it a weakness. So food for thought. Okay, let's go to some other questions here. Let's see. I have somebody who's been on here a long time. Another one from Jesse. Is sleeping with conditioners or a pre-poo good for the hair?
Look at my face. Okay, now what I'm about to say, RevAir does not have anything to do with this. This is strictly a Ladosha statement, okay?
Oh, so I'm going out of the screen.
Yeah, so go off the So pre-poo would be like washing up with your underpants on, your clothes on. Pre-poos are not, they're meant to really assist you in the cleansing process. So if you use the pre-poos and if you sleep with the conditioners, you're going to over process the hair, because what you're doing is you're softening the cuticle layers, which is the outer protein that the hair is mostly comprised of. When you first do it, I promise you, it's going to feel so good. Like, ooh, Shaniqua, I don't care what Ladosha say. Girl, put some more on. But over the years and the months, your hair is going to be like curly, stringy, straight, curly, stringy, straight, okay? So that's your over-process or high porosity.
Team RevAir is literally putting underwear emojis in the comments. So go ahead, everybody, and underwear emoji in the comments.
So the pre-poo, remember, guys, all of this stuff is coming from the concept, the belief, the stereotype that the nays of the world, this is bad hair. So what they're trying to do is to soften it so that you can manage it. But remember, what they don't tell you at the hair salon is that has a lot of little tiny protein layers. The first few times it's going to be okay. But if you do that as a practice, I'm telling you, you're going to lose all of your texture. Proteins, remember, somebody asked about the quality of the products. Remember, in this country, I can't speak for any place else, but in this country, the product has to do what it says on the box. It has to, guys. So it doesn't matter if you use Infusium 23, Niel's, it's just your preference. Most quality companies have money back guarantee. Even during the pandemic, they can't take it back, but most companies will somehow, some way really try to keep your business, because this ain't the time to be losing customers. So even if you get a sample or something, so find those companies who's gonna have a little smaller bottle or a travel size. So don't sleep in your conditioners. If you use the pre-poo, then make sure you're going to cleanse it out and follow the manufacturer's directions. Don't go on YouTube with that person putting Coca-Cola. Y'all know the man that, no, eat the
Well,
protein. Somebody said, can you eat the protein? Yes, eat the protein.
well, it's so great, you guys. Like, I love all these comments that you're throwing up here because this is why we do this every Thursday, is to learn something ourselves and to teach everybody something. I mean, everybody thinks they're doing it. It's so funny. The comments are like everybody crying, going like, I've been doing it all wrong. And that's how we all feel each week as we learn something new from this amazing woman. So if you did miss anything, we do post this on our wall after, so you don't have to worry about missing this. Now we're going to do a couple more questions because I know we want to do a giveaway as well. So let me just give a couple other little announcements before we take a couple of questions, and then we will head on over to giving away some things. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that today is Teresa's birthday. I have to say that like multiple times because I know it'll embarrass her. So I love you, Teresa. I think you're such a spectacular person, and there is nobody in this world that is better to lead our customer engagement team because you know what it is to give good service that you would want. And I love you so much. So that is from me to you. The next thing that because you don't want me to sing happy birthday, it's terrible. The next thing I would want to say is that, yes, you can still win one of these. Our last giveaway is happening this coming Tuesday on our page. We're going to announce the winner live, but you have to enter beforehand. So head over to our page. This past Tuesday, we posted a giveaway post. Super, super easy. You like a couple of pages, you comment in a couple of places, I mean, it's just that it's that easy. I don't even know that you have to do more than that. But go over there, check it out. You will get a $499 RevAir total package plus a $100 package from the folks over at Hey Mango Co., which is an affordable, amazing baby line. And it even includes the $20 gift card for the amazing IKEA high chair. So you guys can doll up your baby area. And then please take a look in our stories. Coming up in our stories all through like January and the like, we will be having something up there where you guys can suggest topics because we want to know what you want to see and what would be important to you. Of course, there'll be more giveaways. And then we are working on a bunch of gifts so you guys can start decorating up your stories with RevAir stuff. And there might be even a contest coming up in the future where you use the gifts the right way. Maybe I send you a gift for gifting. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to answer one more question. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll through, and let's see. Okay, let's try this one. Jesse, you have like 3 questions tonight. You go for it, Jesse. Okay, last question. Is the RevAir long tooth comb seamless? Is seamless comb necessary? You got that, Ladosha?
Okay. Yes, I did. Okay. So when it comes to seamless combs, so here's the thing. Now, the anything that you're going to create, it has to have a mold. So somehow, some way, it's got to be poured into something. So most everything is going to have something that you can see that there's something that brought the actual apparatus or device together. So if it's got a little seam or something you can feel on it, you can actually take a buffing block and just smooth it out. Or if you accidentally, like at the hair salon, we're always burning ours with curling irons. You see that? So we just take a fingernail file and we just smooth it down. So if you feel a seam or something on your comb, you can just buffing block and just smooth it down. But usually wear and tear, it's going to take it out. Now, if it's an obvious like big chunk and you see the plastic coming up, I don't know about that one. So that I don't know. I would file that down too. Because sometimes it's process. They're making it, so let's not be so hard. But seamless is ideal. However, in reality, these things are being poured into some type of a mold, so you're going to get something that shows that it was actually created. Okay, so I think that's fair. Yeah.
Okay, and then I saw some people asking for you to do live demos. What I'll tell you is Ladosha and I have been at this since we all got on lockdown. Like, when did we start this? April or May? So we will be coming back to you in the new year. But if you missed any and you want to see us revving live or answering a million other questions, we always have these in our IGTV. So head over to our page. They're posted there on Instagram.
And I have a lot on my page as well, on my Instagram.
I was just going to say, otherwise, where can they find you? Tell them where they can find you.
So you can just Google Ladosha Wright. Everything will pop up except my baby daddy, okay? So you can get everything.
I want to know about him.
You want to know about my baby daddy, okay? Maybe I'll see if I can get him to come on. He's like, why are you telling people about us? Anyhow, he's a great baby daddy, okay? But he won't pop up. But you can go to YouTube and type in Ladosha Wright. And so that'll come up, or you could, like I said, you could just Google Ladosha Wright. My blog will come up, the books will come up. So I think I've done a pretty good job trying to put myself out there. And so I am located in Cleveland, where as you can see, we got a little of that snow out there, Cleveland, Ohio.
You're so funny. Like, Ladosha's over here saying, like, you'll find everything but my baby daddy. Now, meanwhile, I wasn't able to have children, and we've toyed with the idea of maybe one day having a surrogate. So I'd have to be like, you can't find my baby daddy or my baby mama.
You can find everything to my baby daddy and my baby mama.
And my baby mama. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and give away 5 of the right comb, W-R-I-G-H-T.
I feel like I want to call up my friends and say, are y'all listening to this?
Well, you need to go over to my RevAir because it has its own web page. It has its own page on the website. So you need to go over to that and check it out. It is in honor of you and how much you've taught us. So it's the right comb for the job. So Ladosha, I don't think we're going to go live with the winners because we just want to pop through these really quick. But would you like to just squirrel and pick? I said squirrel again. What is happening? Scroll. I'm going to enunciate. Scroll. I'm going to enunciate. Scroll through. Don't even look. Just pick number 1 and call out their name.
Number 1, call out their name. Caribbean. Caribbean. Are you still with us? Woohoo! Yeah, man.
Caribbean is there. You are
and
a winner.
Caribbean, you are a winner. As you said to the point. Hey, we got a winner.
Yes. So what 3 hearts still there. So what we need you to do is please pop on over and DM us, and we will make sure that we get your address, your telephone number, and your email address so that way we can ship to you. Okay, pick winner number 2.
All right, okay, I'm scrolling again. Here we go. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right.
Yeah, look, just close your eyes. This was just a...
All right, we got Casey Love Addict. What's up, Casey Love Addict?
Casey Love Addict.
Casey Love Addict. Woo! We all feel so good about this. This is so cool.
Yeah. So Casey, if you are there, again, hop over, slide into our DMs because you can Love Addict us. We want your shipping information, and we're going to send one your way. Now, Ladosha, you said you feel like you're on The Price is Right. When I was a young girl, my mom won a car on The Price is Right. No lie. I'll have to show you a picture someday. When I was a little girl. So anyway, I think that that's like one of my little fun stories. Okay, we're going in for number 3.
Am I doing number 3?
You're doing all of them because it's the right comb.
All right, number 3, we got Sweet Honey Sunshine. Honey, I ain't coming home. What's up, Sweet Honey Sunshine? I ain't coming home. You got to know about that movie. If y'all know Sweet Honey Sunshine, I ain't coming home. If you're still on Sweet Honey Sunshine, your number, is that 4? That's that number 4?
That was number 3. And let me tell you, Sweet Honey Sunshine had just said congratulations to all the winners. And let me tell you something. Every time we have a giveaway and I see that somebody congratulates the winners, even if they didn't win, it makes my heart so happy. So thank you for being that person. And then look at, immediately the karma was fed right back to you and you won one. Okay, number 4 of the
Number 4, here we go. Number 4 of the right comb. We got Tequila Dermalogica. Am I saying that right? Tequila
Dermalogica.
Tequila Dermalogica. She got the
Oh,
the
nice. We have
all
an
right.
esthetician in the house. I think that's an esthetician.
Ooh,
Very cool.
Dermalogica. All
Oh, we
right,
can't
all
wait.
right.
Let me just tell you something. Ladosha, who this comb is named after, doesn't have one. Crystal, who works at the company for years, does not have one. But Tequila Dermalogica has one, and so do the 3 people before her. So all of you guys, thank you so much. We have one more
One
to
more.
give
Okay,
away.
number
But
5. Number
don't miss
5.
the giveaway worth $5.99. Go back onto our page, look for the giveaway post, and make sure you enter today. Number 5, the last winner of
Number 5 is coming. Number 5 is coming from a homeboy, D'Angelo, who says, "I want some of this brown sugar. 80, 80, 80
Roger. I
brown
know this person comments
sugar."
all the time. That's
Brown
so
sugar,
awesome.
80, 80, okay, 80, 88, okay. I
Brown
want some of
sugar
this
is
brown
always
sugar.
on here. Brown sugar is always on here commenting. I love it. I'm so, so thankful that she won. That's so exciting. So you guys, we're going to do our log off. This is, again, our last Thursday of 2020. Ladosha, thank you so much for making this such a fantastic year when there were so many other really difficult things about it. So thanks for being my bright spot.
Yes, thank you so much. You guys have been wonderful. Y'all have made my year. My life has changed exponentially. This pandemic has really brought us together. It really has.
You know, I was saying to somebody the other day that, like, we can look at this a couple of ways. Like, 2020 has really been hard for so many of us, but also 2020 it implies perfect vision, right? That's when you have perfect vision, you have 2020 vision. And so to me, I think maybe a lot of things in this world needed to break a bit before we could refocus on what's important. And so while this is a painful time for so many people, I'm hoping that it gives us a vision for what's the most important in life, which is like health and family and how we care for one another. So with that, I'll let you log off of our last one of 2020.
All right, so we're going to be saying Happy New Year in advance. And thank you all so much for being so supportive. We definitely look
Yes.
forward to having a fantastic 2021. We are definitely listening to you guys' suggestions and comments that you guys want us to do to improve. So with that being said, I'm going to say big ups to the right comb, because you know what they say, right? We're going to sign out with a whole lot of
A
what?
lot of
Love,
love,
a whole lot
a
of
lot of
peace,
peace.
and a whole lot of hair.
Lot of
Nene
hair.
said, "What's up?" A whole lot of hair. And if you ain't got no hair, don't want no hair, can't stand hair. As a matter of fact, in 2021, you plan on cutting off your hair. You know what we say? Don't worry about it. Just rub. If you got some color stains on it, just rub your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bald head.
Yes, I will be back Tuesday to announce the winner. This is my last Thursday with Ladosha till next year, but Tuesday I will be here. Check out the times and all of the information on our page. Much
And
love.
I'm about to order me the right comb, by the way. I'll see y'all about to go online. I'll see y'all later.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.